Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, it's Carol at Big Cat Rescue, and today I am looking for Catherine and Mama Becky. I saw that they were in food prep and headed out. It took me a few minutes to work my way through this filter. I was trying to go live and I saw all of these really cool filters at the bottom, and one of them looked like it might be a tracking thing. I think I heard that Andy and Bridget were using tracking on a YouTube live video that they had done here. And so I was thinking I wanted to try that, but I don't know if that applies to Facebook. And I was afraid of getting some really bizarre looking effect. Does this look normal? I'm seeing like a black screen overlaying my screen. Well, hi, Amanda. Are you enjoying vacation? Says I was until you noticed me. Hello, Pamela. Hey, Laurel and Jerry, my little butterfly friend following us there. Hey, Crispy. Hey, Kitty Crispell. And Nikki and Leslie. That'll teach me to try and read and drive at the same time. Hey, Cindy Arthur. I just looked down to see if I was wearing one of your designs. I frequently do, but today's not one of those days. Amanda says you can see well, so good, okay. Well, I have missed you guys too. I've had something going on. I don't know if it's a sinus infection or allergies or what, but it's been really difficult for me to talk, especially for the extended period of time necessary to do a live video. I just took some Claritin this afternoon. I've been taking Claritin, but I just took more this afternoon. So I felt like I could probably pull this off. For those who haven't heard yet, Flint, the little baby bobcat, I think he's like 14 weeks old, the one who came in with the really weird looking collapsed wrists, he's going to see a neurologist about that on Monday. Dr. Justin found a neurologist that can take a look at him and see if there's anything he thinks that we can do for the little guy. He's doing better than when he arrived, but it's still not great. And it looks to me like he may have had even a bit of a relapse. Not all the way to as bad as when he came in, but I thought he was improving better than he was. I'm looking both directions to see where Catherine and Mama Becky are. Hey there, Nala. Sleepy Nala Servo. There's Miss Becky. And Catherine. Nope, not Catherine. Miss Becky and Fred. He's new at being ignored. He said, I'm going to toss him his chick. I'm like, no, you can't. How are you going to tell if he eats the pill out of it? You have to get him to come down. Oh, he doesn't come down for me. I said, well. Welcome to meds. Welcome to meds. Well, at least he's on his feet now. please don't jump. Crystal says it's great to see you, Becky.
Hello, nice to see you guys too. Come on, silly white boy.
And she's not talking to Fred.
I know. One of Pharaoh's lovely nicknames.
You know what I didn't know until a couple days ago is that white girl is what they call cocaine.
Really?
Yeah, Afton calls Sapphire that all the time. I wonder if she knows.
Well, yesterday trying to feed Sapphire her meds. First, she's chasing Jasmine in the back, and I'm like, oh my God, that's just like Cammie. And then she goes in and lays on Cameron's platform.
Oh.
I said, if she picks up that yellow donut, I'm done. He jumped
like,
down.
I'm down. Now you've gone all the way around. Go get the stuff. We have it on our calendar, staff meeting Wednesday, to do something about it.
Well, it's just all the rain. I mean, good boy.
Our bug guy's been injured and unable to do anything.
Good boy. Good boy, Pharaoh. He's like, that's it? All that? And all I get is one chick?
This was at least a 2-chick trot.
Well, but an hour ago he got his supplement with the chick, and he probably got his supplement this morning with the chick, and then he got meds this morning. So.
Who is that calling? Name that tiger.
Is that Jasmine? Keisha is so happy to have Kali back. They were sitting by each other yesterday, and I don't know what they were gossiping about, but they were both pretty relaxed.
It's funny how they have their own friends.
Yeah.
And she made new friends here. We need more dirt for them.
Yeah.
Don't talk to strangers.
Yeah, he does not think he needs a ramp, I think. I think he thinks he's younger than he is.
Looks like King Tut ate all his food.
Do you want to know what you did with Tut?
Oh,
Good job, Fred. And Perfection's tray was empty too, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Running Bear says, as long as you guys are here, I'm here.
That's why he's Round Bear now.
Maybe calling you Round Bear. No, I've got my bike right around the corner. Where are you guys headed next?
Where are we going, Fred?
Figuring it out.
I said Apollo.
Oh, okay.
Simba?
Simba didn't have meds.
He didn't have meds.
You
Oh,
already fed him.
I gotcha.
That's why they went ahead and gave him his tree.
I gotcha. All right.
Yeah, he acted like
Then
we
yes,
didn't
you're
feed
right. Apollo is nice.
him. He acted
Well,
like we didn't feed him.
You know,
I bet he did.
You know they all lied.
I bet he is acting like he's starving.
Well, he said he hasn't gotten fed days.
He's a big.
Thank you, Teddy Buddy.
He's a big.
He's a carrot.
You know Tut's laid in that other lockout now.
Yeah, he walked over there, I think, about
Hi, Sam.
I I don't know where they thought they were going to put me on that cart. There's a ton of food on it. Nice of them to ask, though. Smalls is in the hospital, and she's hating it. She had what we thought was a cut on her toe. Turns out it just looked like it's wet, and she keeps messing with it, so I don't know what she's done to it. The vet will be here tomorrow, and she hasn't eaten for the last 2 days because she's so mad about being in the hospital. There's nothing physically wrong with her, I don't think. But we wouldn't be able to catch her again, so as soon as he takes a look at her and says that she's okay to go back out, she's going to go back out.
Hey, Apollo. Hey, come on. Boy.
You're hustling for an old man.
I bet I get 2 ounces extra for every time you hit me with it.
Maybe next time.
Is somebody being too cute behind me? Is that what this is all about? Is it woo 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 in back here?
Oh, biscuit. What's missing?
I know. Why does he get snacks and you don't get snacks? Why is that? Yeah, I just want to be where all the excitement is.
The water needs to stay on, and if you come over here and stick your ear up, if you don't hear water inside there,
Russian.
then it's not right, and you can feel it and it won't be cold.
The water.
Well, no, but the water is what helps the air be cool. So there needs to be water running through here, so that has to be on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was actually laying here yesterday. And it felt cool.
Oh, there she is. I didn't see where Becky saw her. She's in her den.
Where's my missus? She's the head of the keeper tour lately.
Yes. Who loves their spice bags? Huh? Who loves their spice bags? My missus. What are you being shy for? You're not shy. You're not
That's an
shy.
awfully big crowd of people, and there's water running.
Well, she's watching Catherine.
Don't stick your head through the wire.
Usually after that away.
Oh no, she comes right out to the keeper tour. If you spray her spice bag with that axe perfume, she loves that.
Look how tall you are. You're so tall.
Oh, look at that. Look at that belly. Listen to this. This is the noise you always need to hear. You can hear the water running through there. And if you feel the air, it's cooler. If the air's coming hot, then more than likely the water's not on. It's not coming through.
What are you doing?
He's reaching for Catherine.
What are you doing? Are you trying to get me? I'm wise to that, man. Bigger cats than you have tried. I'm wise to that, but
Well,
be wise to that, mister. I see your little tail going. I see your little tail going. Where's my missus? How come you're not coming out to see me? This is very unusual. You're not me, you? This is very unusual. You're not me, you? Okay, turn your thing on. I know.
oh, I love you, old man.
I'm gonna work on my tail some more.
You can see right where you stopped.
Yeah. He only puts up with it for so long, and so then I like have to stop.
Nice job, though, on the rest of the cat.
He likes his back, but when you get to to his tail, he's like, what? No, I don't like that. What? What are you doing?
Well, see, Apache used to be bad when as soon as you'd hit a mat. And it's like, I'm done. All right.
Which is kind of the whole point. We're
Yeah.
trying to get the mats.
All right, where are we going?
Serby and
Serby and Sheena.
No, you can drop me off at Zumba because I want to see this cat. I'll put Laura
Well, okay, so yesterday.
I see Gilligan. Hi, Gilligan. Kind of looking right into the sun, so I don't know that I'm seeing him very well. Do you want $25 worth of really cool Big Cat Rescue swag? If you do, every week we have a contest, and what we ask you to do is post some cat-related photo with the hashtag ARZoo. That's A like augmented, R like reality, zoo, hashtag ARZoo.
Hi. Will you come here so I can see it?
And each week, Holly will look through Facebook and Instagram and all of the places where hashtags appear, and we'll pick a lucky winner, and she'll reach out to you and let you know that you're the winner. And then we will send you something from our gift shop, maybe a water bottle with a Big Cat Rescue logo on it, or a hat, or a t-shirt, or something. Each time it'll be something different.
Come here, mister.
And she'll pick one winner every week. It's hashtag ARZoo on any big cat themed post that you have. She will pick a winner at random every week. Well, this is entertaining. Watching Mama Becky try to remove that branch from the top of the cage with a stick. I bet that looked a lot easier than it turned out to be.
Alright, I don't want to scare her. She's sitting over there watching me. I don't want to scare her. Alright, so what we got, Fred?
We haven't specified that it had to be a Big Cat Rescue post, but I think that would make the most sense and would probably make it most likely for her to pick you. If you share one of our posts and then share it with the hashtag ARZoo, that would be a really easy way for you to get the message out there. The reason we're promoting the ARZoo is because we feel like these cats don't belong in cages. And if we can get people to go to our ARZoo page, which is at arzoo.me, and learn about the immersive type videos that we're doing and demand more of those types of videos from zoos and such, then what we can do is turn our forests into huge theaters of camera traps, gathering information about these animals in the wild where they really live, which is far more educational than seeing them in a cage.
It's still a little pink.
Servy's back there
Better than it was. And then I
watching to see what they're putting in her food.
I know, that's what I said. I was like,
Sorry, it's kind of blurry. She's a ways back.
He's so pretty.
But still, my favorite of those was Dude.
Thank you for posting that link, Deb. you guys will notice that Deb is listed as a supporter. And what that means is that she has pledged through... Oh, look who's there. I'm sorry. That is a very, very rare thing to see. Is that Kelowna or Dryden sneaking away over there? In the
Dryden. That's Dryden.
And he's gone. It was fun while it lasted.
It was fun while it lasted.
You should see the keeper tour when we do Tiger Lily, because she's our oldest now. So I give her 2 sickles, a fish one and a blood one, and I put them this far apart. And if I don't give her 2, then she growls at me. And she licks on this one, and then she licks on this one. And the tour just loves it. I said she gets a choice.
And exercise.
And exercise. Yeah.
Oh, she's trained us well.
Oh, she has trained as well.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, Lovey yesterday, they said she ate all her breakfast. But, you know, everybody's trying to spend a little bit of time with her. She ate like she hadn't eaten in a week.
Well, she didn't have to eat super quickly.
But she's acting like she still needs to. Between every piece, she's almost sticking her whole head out the 4x4.
I know, we couldn't get her to shift this morning, though. I went to fix her platform, and we totally could not.
Oh, yeah, that rotten part.
Could not get her to shift. Hopefully tomorrow.
Okay, so was that somebody else's plate?
Deb, thank you for letting people know how to become a supporter.
Right, you don't want to put one in there.
That'll get you a lot of extra videos of the cats that only our supporters get to see. And the ones who have signed up as supporters for 99 cents a month have said that it was really, really worth the money, because they get insights that are pretty unique in that it's mostly stuff from the keepers. So as the keepers are out there doing their jobs. I'm sorry, got a text from the vet group while I was talking. As the keepers are out there cleaning cages and feeding cats, when they see a cat doing something different or unique, they whip out their cameras and capture that, and those are the moments that are shared with our supporters. And right now, I think we have enough supporters to actually support one cat, one tiger. The goal would be to have enough supporters to support all of our cats, because just one tiger costs us $10,000 per year per tiger, just for the food and the medicines that they take. That doesn't include any of the overhead of the sanctuary. Doesn't include the coolaroos either. Everybody's got to have a coolaroo. Everybody does have a coolaroo. All the little cats. Big cats would eat those. We have a couple of... Oh, sorry, my stabilizer took off on its own. Cricket! What's going on, bubby? Andy, we don't have the capacity to change the way Facebook runs their supporter program. It's Facebook that set it up, and they set it up as a monthly thing. So that's why we made it the cheapest that we could, which was 99 cents a month. And the main reason that we did it was so many people say they want to see our videos, and they say, you know, show me this first, and they do everything that they need to. They like our page, they comment on our page, and Facebook just doesn't show them our stuff. And so we hoped that by doing the subscription, since Facebook was pushing that people would actually get to see the stuff that we post, and even more so because of all the extra keeper stuff. So that's why we initially set it up, but it's turning out to be a good way of supporting the cats. And like I said, we've got enough people to support one cat for a year, so now let's see if we can get the other 55 cats supported, or 58, or whatever that number is. It's right close to 60. I'm sorry, I got like a ton of text messages going here because the vet group's all talking about Frankie. He didn't eat for the last 2 days, and the vet coming to see Smalls tomorrow, and the vet work that we're going to be doing with Flint and the neurologist tomorrow. And since I'm in that group, every couple of seconds something's popping up on my screen here. We get the money, Cynthia. And currently, Facebook gives us 100% of it. Now, anytime any organization, whether it's PayPal or Razoo or any of those places where they process donations, they always take out money to process the credit cards and then pass through whatever is left over to the sanctuary. But in this case, Facebook is not charging us anything for the processing. They said they might at some point in the future, but so far they have not. Are they still waiting on you to eat?
Good. So which one are we gonna do? Are we gonna drive away? Or are you gonna
Penny, we expect the tigers to be arriving in August. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service issued their permits, and ADI is currently working on trying to get a flight. Getting 3 tigers onto a plane is not an easy or cheap thing, and so they are looking at their options currently. I think there's some sort of export now that the Guatemalan government has to do, and for the state of Florida, there is an import permit that we have to get. And so I applied for that Friday, and I haven't heard from anybody at the FWC, so over the weekend I hit them up again, even though there won't be anybody there till tomorrow. I'm a little bit anxious to get the FWC permit done. That one usually only takes a couple days.
Serby is being very picky.
I see that. Or lazy, she's just laying there. It's not like she checked it out and said, I don't want it. She's just like,
Breaking in
nah.
the new people.
Yeah, she's trying to see if she can train Fred. We got 50% of your tough ones. I would say Tut and Serby are 2 of the hardest ones to get to me.
If you don't count the big ones.
If you don't count the big ones.
Yeah, some of them are a breeze, but if you say that, then they're not all of a sudden. So, but usually for a few of them, if they don't eat, it's a sign that they're not feeling good. Like if Nikki Lion doesn't want hers, or she could just not like you. You never know. Like Matt would never be able to give her meds. Right here.
Andy, you are correct. That is the names of those cats. 2 of them are 9-year-olds, and 1 of them is a 2-year-old. I think Max is the 2-year-old.
Are you being a naughty girl? Are you being a naughty girl?
You might try taking the long stick and push it over to her.
Yep.
So she doesn't have to make a lot of effort.
We will go see some other cats while they do that. I want you to know that an error message just popped up on my screen, and I managed to cancel it with my nose. I see a cougar. Is it Whistle Bunny? Yeah. Hi. Can you guys see her okay? The screen looks so dark to me. Well, thank you, Joyce. Yeah. When you're wearing gloves, that's when you usually have them on because your hands are so nasty you don't want to touch your phone for sure. So can you guys see her okay? Because on my screen, all I'm seeing is a silhouette. I'm going to try a different angle, but I'm going to be looking right into the sun, so I don't know that that's going to work. Here's a big tarp, but I think it's going to create a bright spot. Can we see you from over here? Would that be okay? Would you be okay with that? If I come really slow? Ooh, made me jump. Yeah. Oh, got a mad tail. Got a mad tail. It's all twitching. Yeah, they say you have a pretty face. These are your admirers, Artemis. All right, I'll go talk to your brothers. Where are your brothers? I was fully expecting them to come take advantage of the situation and try to get my feet. There's the brothers. You hear that tiger calling? It's like, hey lady, can you spare a drumstick? Oh, we're so purry.
So furry. I know, I'm sorry. I don't have anything, pumpkin. I don't have anything for you. I know. What are you doing? What are you doing? Surprised you're just laying in the corner. You gonna make Aries do all the work? Yeah? You gonna make Aries do all the begging? Yeah?
It's like, until you come on this side of the fence, we know nothing's gonna happen.
He's like, you're sitting on a cart. He goes, I know, you ain't doing nothing unless you get off the cart and or come behind the barricades.
Blondie's never got anything for us.
Yeah, I know. All the food I have on this cart is spoken for.
Somebody just asked about Sapphire. Sapphire actually took a turn for the better a few days ago. Started playing and eating better.
Yeah.
Made us all very happy. We were worried for her for a long time. Do you know if they had success?
It looks like they had success with Sheena, but I think Survey is still picking at her. But it looks like Sheena had success.
Great.
Yeah, the mosquitoes are really bugging the servals right now.
Babies! Hi!
We're having a bug meeting Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I'm glad about that.
I was gonna.
Yeah. She get it though?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't purring.
Alright. Who's next? Sonnet. Bye guys.
Bye, babies. Bye, babies.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that update, you should just sign off now and go look at the update because it was so hilarious the way she was playing with that ball in the pool. She was killing it. It was never going to get away from her again. I don't ride so well left-handed. Don't know what I was thinking. Ginger Serval is doing okay. She had stopped taking her meds, and then she stopped eating because her food had meds in it and she didn't trust us. So we had to get the meds in her or she was going to get an infection. And they got her on some liquid antibiotics that they can actually spray in her mouth when she hisses at us. So she's getting the drugs that she needs now. And hopefully she will go back to eating okay. Manny Jaguar. They did look sad to see her leave. I think they were sad she left without leaving snacks. Yeah, they already got sickles today, maybe even twice, because when it's really hot, a lot of times they'll even do it twice. Hello, Marynall, and Emily, and Donna. Donna's rated as a top fan. A lot of times people ask us how they can get that designation, and that's something that only Facebook can award you. And it's awarded based on how often you share our posts and like them and comment on them. The people who do that consistently the most are the ones that Facebook labels top fans. Prime Day is coming up. Amazon's Prime Day. That will come, I think, tomorrow is the beginning of Prime Day, the 15th. And so anything that you buy on Amazon, if you have signed up to be with Amazon, you can sign up for free with smile.amazon.com and pick Big Cat Rescue as your charity. And then anytime that you shop, if you have to log in at smile.amazon.com instead of just amazon.com. But it's all the same stuff and all the same prices. And everything that you buy, Big Cat Rescue gets a piece of that. And it comes from Amazon, not from you. So it's a free way to support the cats by signing up at smile.amazon.com and choosing Big Cat Rescue. There's a little application that I use on Chrome. It's called Smile-O-Matic, so that even if I forget to go to Smile and I type in Amazon, it reroutes me to smile.amazon.com so that everything that I buy supports the cats at Big Cat Rescue. Yeah, we used to have a lot of lemongrass planted around the sanctuary. I don't know that we have anymore. Garlic spray is nice. Nothing works as well as the chemical sprays that we've used, and we have to be really careful about the chemicals that we use to make sure that they're non-toxic to the people and the cats. And clearly, since our cats live longer here than anywhere else in the world, it's not hurting them any to have a spray from mosquitoes. And we're on the roll again. Nobody's in funcation?
Curry's locked in the back. We just worked on platforms today.
Oh, okay.
Dan and I are just gonna let it out now.
Great. Kind of freaked me out to see Catherine going inside the cage, which is not something we do when there's a cat in there, but she was saying he's locked in one of the big sections in the back. The sections in the back are 1,200 square foot roof sections like our main cages, so he's locked back there while they were working on his platform.
You see
dream big, boy.
He loves having a neighbor.
You guys are wondering why Dez is hopping back there. It's because Dez only has 3 legs. He was found that way, laying alongside the highway in the Catalina foothills of Arizona, even though he's a cat that would be native to Africa. Clearly somebody had him as a pet, and his leg had been amputated prior to him being set free because it was completely healed and surgically done. And so whoever turned him loose knew he only had 3 legs, and they just left him out there in the desert to die, which he nearly did. When they found him, he was dying from exposure.
Hey, little bug. Hi, sweetness. Hi, sweetness. Hi, baby. I love you. No, it's not me today. It's not me today.
He's like, well, it's never her. Must be person number 3.
Quick and painless test. Let's do it.
He's like, where's my second piece? Good boy, baby.
Good job.
That was good boy. That was such a good boy. I know I love you. Oh, I know. He only gave you 1 piece. Oh, he's a bad boy, huh? Yeah.
Thank you for the comment on the Washington Post articles. That was really cool to be in the Washington Post twice on the same day. Other than Trump, I don't know if anybody's ever done that. Thank you.
Where are we going, Nick?
Yes.
Okay. This Nikita. This will be interesting. Ready? Okay.
Next up, Nikita Lion. Penny, there were 2 articles in the Washington Post. One of them was talking about the bigger issue of wildlife trafficking and the murder for hire case. And then the other one was a great article about how to tell a good sanctuary from a bad place. And it was really, really well done. They had contacted us and said, we're doing this thing on elephants and how people can be responsible when they're out there looking for elephant adventures. And they called us and just kind of like, and by the way, we'd like to ask a couple questions about cats, but we got to go live like in 5 minutes. And so we didn't think it would have much in it about big cats, but it had a ton of stuff about big cats. So it was great. Our PR director, Susan Bass, was the person they quoted in that one. And she really did an excellent job of talking about how if you want to know whether or not a place is good or not, then you just go to the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries website, and if they're not there, they're not good. Hi. This is Nikita Lioness. She's got her own webcam. I'm standing right underneath it here. And it now has sound, so you can hear her talking, roaring. Oh, she's so old. Some of her supporters, the Trissels, today emailed and asked how she was doing. She had had a bout with a bad tooth, and she acted so sick from it, we thought it was the end for her. She's walking slow because she's coming down her platform, but she was walking that slow even on the ground, which is not normal for her. And so after she had her tooth fixed, she turned out to be just fine. She's still getting, I think, stuff for her kidneys because she's old for a lion, and probably pain medication for her arthritis. Yeah, if you guys can hear, she's crunching on those bones right now. I think she comes up to the 11th square, so that'd be 44 inches. And that's without even really pulling her head up. Oh, I took up my whole page, or my whole screen. Yeah, I'll have some water, thank you. Nikita's our biggest cat. I don't know the weight on the tigers coming from Guatemala yet, whether they'll be bigger than her since they're male tigers. They might be, but it's really doubtful because she is huge. She's always been bigger than any of our other lions or tigers, except for Shere Khan and Nikita, who passed a long time ago. Those guys were about 20%, 30% bigger than she is. Yeah, I love to watch them drink water too, especially in slow motion. We have some great videos of slow-mo. If you go to bigcattv.com, which is our YouTube channel, and type in the search bar for our page slow-mo, you'll find some great slow motion caracal ears. They flick their ears in independent directions, and seeing them do that in slow motion is so cool. And then there's lots of cats drinking, cats swimming, all that kind of stuff in slow motion.
We're going to Keisha.
Ooh, speaking of caracals, are you gonna pounce them? I was gonna pounce them. Hey, Cyrus. Hey. Yeah, people don't get to see you very often. So if you can imagine those ears going in slow motion, really looks cool. Well, thank you, Penny, for the compliment on the special effects. We use the Adobe suite of products, all of us here do, for editing video and photos, and as we're trying to learn how to put together more professional videos, I'm finding that I just don't know enough about the tools. And the easiest place to learn about the tools is actually in Photoshop, because they're pretty much the same across all of their different products. And so I've been doing just tons and tons and tons of research and tutorials and learning by mistakes and trial and error in Photoshop recently to try and perfect some of the pieces so that I can learn After Effects more easily and learn Premiere more easily by having those basics down pat. Thank you. The Big Cat Heroes. I thought it was funny. One of the people said, "Oh, that's a nice filter." It's like, oh, that was not a filter. That was a ton of work for each one of those pictures. They each had to be done separately. But it was good practice for me, and I tried to do each one a little bit differently with different angles and different coloring and different lighting and such. And again, it's just primarily to learn the tools, but it was something where I really wanted to show my appreciation for our staff, because we have just amazing staff. And so it was the opportunity to do two things that needed to be done at once.
It is really hard. So Nikita was on her platform looking very queenly.
Aww. Cassie was out when I went by. She was very unhappy I didn't have food.
I'm telling you, she kind of sounds like Canyon.
But she was sitting on her little platform just looking out at everybody. Oh, a cute girl.
Well, yesterday Afton was doing a thing, you know, which cats like fish.
Mm-hmm.
Diablo took a piece of fish off a stick for her.
Woohoo.
She was like freaking out.
Right. Ready?
Yep. Find her. Yep, gotta find her.
I'm going to hang back and see how they do with her before going up and being a distraction.
We also need the long stick. She's in the pond.
She's in the pond.
She's in the pond. Yeah, we're interrupting her spa time for snacks.
That's okay. She
Sometimes
knows
it
how to
works
snack
well,
and
though.
spa.
Sometimes it works well,
Yeah.
Unless you drop the piece.
unless you drop.
She's like a captive audience.
So I'm going to be really quiet and come up on this side. I'm not going to talk while I'm over there because her vision is not so good. She has high blood pressure, and it really affects her vision, and sometimes it kind of freaks her out if she doesn't know what something is. But I don't want to be quiet because I don't want to distract her from getting fed. cats do not make it easy on their keepers. Keisha's got 2 or 3 of these enclosures. Each one is 1,800 square feet. And they're joined by tunnels, so you just saw her go by tunnel from one to the other. Don't give them a hard time. Kimberly, your message truncated at how long, so I don't know how long what you're asking. You're asking about the kids tour. It's an hour-long tour. It's only on Saturdays and Sundays at noon. All of our other tours, the kids have to be at least 10. Yeah, I see somebody just answered they can't be set free if they're born in a cage, which is why all these people who say they're breeding for conservation are lying to you, because they can never go free. And none of these cats that are in private hands, like backyard zoos and nasty little roadside zoos, none of them are purebred, so they don't serve any conservation value at all. And even in the big zoos where they have purebred cats and they breed them according to a peer-reviewed plan for preserving their genetics and keeping them as healthy as possible through planned breeding, they're still never going to go free. And these are cats who could walk hundreds of square miles of territory. So there's no cage that we're ever going to build for them that's going to be sufficient. We need to protect them in the wild, and I think that the way we make people care, unlike what the zoos will tell you, which is that you have to see them in cages to care, and I think that's just wrong. I think that teaches us that we don't have to save them in the wild because it's so easy to go see them in a cage somewhere. If the only place you could ever see them was in cages, then people would do the hard work of protecting this planet and the ecosystems that keep all of us alive. Deb, thank you for posting that link. So we do have a federal bill that would ban the cub petting, which is the reason that 99% of the cats that you see in cages are in cages, because people will pay to have their pictures made with cubs or to pet them or pay to see them. And if you stop that, then that stops all of the abuse, almost all of the abuse. Our federal bill would ban the private possession of big cats, and it would stop the cub handling, and that would essentially put an end to 99.9% of the abuse that these big cats face. And you can ask your member of Congress to support the bill by going to bigcatact.com. It's a Sunday, so there's not going to be anybody there when you make your call, we give you a little script when you dial that, when you go to that web link, you'll find a little script as to what to say. You don't have to know the whole bill. You can. There's a link there to all of it if you're one of those people that likes to get into the details, but most people want to do something quick and easy, and so signing petitions doesn't do any good. What you really need to do is make that call. That has a whole lot more impact. It's like signing 200 petitions. It's so much better. And all you'll be asked to say is, please ask your boss, because that's what the aides call their member of Congress that they work for, is their boss. Just please ask your boss to champion the Big Cat Public Safety Act. That's it. It's that easy. And I'd suggest calling every week. We have over 110 co-sponsors right now, which means 110 members of Congress got calls from people like you and said, sure, I'll sign up to be a champion for that bill. And that's the goal. You want them to sign up as a co-sponsor. When they sign up as a co-sponsor, what they're doing is they're telling the world that when this comes to a hearing, I'm going to vote yes. And some people will send you a form letter back saying, well, when it comes up for a hearing, then I'll keep your wishes in mind. That's just politician speak for, I'm not going to step out on a limb and do anything to make this happen. So just stay on their case until they actually sign on as a co-sponsor. It takes them less than a minute to do. They know how to do it. They call over to the office of the lead sponsor and say, sign me up. That's all you're asking them to do. Yeah, Keisha lost her tail to lions at the facility that had her before we were able to rescue her. It was a horrible place in New York. I think Catherine said you win. You win. We'll try later.
We'll come back.
Walk around, get bored.
Yeah, maybe once you're bored again. In one spot. So much busyness. So busy. So very busy.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Just drifting right into your path there.
One piece. Now she's too busy.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't settle down.
Yeah.
You don't understand.
She's too busy.
She makes sure you get your steps in. Now where are we going? I hope Sapphire's easier than Keisha.
They say Sapphire, the white tiger's next, so let's see if we can find her. Hey you, Miss Pretty Kitty. All the squirrels know when Mama Becky's on the tour path. They all come running out. You guys scare me half to death. Well, where is she? She must be in one of the dens. She's got 3 of them. Make sure she's not on the far side here. Nope, not on this side. I don't know where she is. Got to be one of the dens.
I heard she likes the air conditioning.
Really? Is the AC on in there? Like, dang, when are those repairmen gonna get here?
I don't think it's still in there.
What?
I don't think there's still an air conditioner in there. Well, I am going to go do Amanda because Sapphire does not like me anymore.
She's in that big den that she doesn't like.
Oh, yeah.
She looks like Zabu poking out of there.
So the big stick.
She's right here.
I would take everything just in case.
Yep.
Take
Tongs,
a
short
stick.
Has Amanda started eating yet?
She ate for 3.5 pounds for me this morning. That's why I was going to bring some more out. She did eat for me this morning.
And she had a couple pounds yesterday, late in the day.
So I was just going to see if she'd eat tonight.
She looked a little better. Wasn't walking as slow. I see tiger paws. There she is. She's right behind you. Are you feeling better? Yes, Sapphire's feeling better.
Are you ready for some dinner? You didn't eat very much breakfast today. Oh, yummy. No. You can pee on Fred. You can pee on Fred. Who's a silly girl? Who's a silly girl? Just trying to keep her from getting forward over here.
Did she get shaved here and here?
She did get shaved here. Where's the other spot you're asking? Oh, yeah, that's probably where they had a catheter.
Because it looks too square to be a bare spot. All right, get the next one ready. With her, gotta go. How many were in there? 2. Okay. You got 5 of them nasty batrils.
Somebody didn't even chew. Just slurped it on down.
It's got the batril. Yeah, the turkey breast is probably more tender. Get this open for you. Big old Serenias.
Which one is this red one?
That's a famotidine. Get him in. Good. We're not even having to dip it in the liver tonight. Yeah, that's a good sign.
Have our own cooking show. Chicken breast and liver dip.
One's at 20 milligrams and one's at 40 milligrams.
Nikki, I don't even know how many keepers she's sprayed.
A lot. Okay, so now just start shoving the food in. But she only ate 2 pounds this morning. I'll clean up this stuff.
Let's eat everything.
Yes, let's eat everything. That's a good idea. Good job, Fred.
As fast as I've seen you move yet.
She's not really wanting bones lately.
This is Karma. I'm leaving property.
Wasn't there bones in that?
No bones.
Five piece?
Hi, Karma.
I shouldn't even chew.
Good night.
Yeah, all white tigers are inbred to create that white coat, and the inbreeding that is responsible for causing that color mutation also causes their optic nerve to be wired to the wrong side of their brains. So if you look at her, she looks horribly cross-eyed, but even some of the cats who don't look that cross-eyed, like Zabu didn't look that cross-eyed, they still have horrible vision because of the inbreeding.
She has the game.
Kara, I am sure they try the airplane trick with Keisha just like they do with all the cats. Here, poor Catherine out there calling Amanda, rattling the tongs.
A little wing.
Yeah, the people who make their money from inbreeding white tigers and charging people to see and play with them will tell you all kinds of crazy lies about it, but you got to consider the source. And of course, people who want to see white tigers and who want to pet them, they will perpetuate those lies as well. What did she haul out there?
Cornish game hen. She loved to carry it around by the little bitty wing.
That's what Afton was saying. She was parading all over, just carrying it by the little wing. You gonna save that for later?
Now you're just gonna leave that? We can't leave it in there, Missy. You gotta eat it. We get bugs.
So there you can see Catherine on the side of a vacation rotation. It's 2.5 acre vacation space that Amanda's in. And if you see those trees off to the left and that dark shape under it, that's the den. It's a big, cool underground den, which is where Amanda's hanging out and saying, I am not getting up and walking all the way over there. Now they're trying to spear that Cornish game hen with a long stick so that they can get it out of the enclosure. If they leave it in there, it's going to attract ants and then rats, and we just don't want all of that mess in there.
Scraper pole.
Isn't that on the far side of the cage?
Hmm?
Isn't the scraper on the far side of the cage?
Well, there used to be one down here.
It's on the opposite side.
Really?
Oh, Sappy, you're so pretty.
You are welcome for the live. My battery is dying now, though. I think the calling must be Jasmine or Keisha or Kali, based on the direction it's coming from. My battery's not the only thing dying. I just looked at my watch to see what the temperature is, and it can't even read the temperature because it must be 3 digits. It doesn't go that high.
You better go get it. Ray's gonna steal it. He's gonna steal it. Here he comes. He's gonna get your Cornish game then. Oh no! Oh no! You better come on.
You're welcome, Susan. Yeah, she does have a great pose going on. I'm hesitant to shut down the feed, but I guess I better. I have a long ride ahead of me, and I gotta make sure I still got enough juice left in me to get there. Yes, petting big cats is definitely abusive. The only way that happens is they take them from their moms when they're only hours or days old, and then they're deprived of their mother's milk and her comforting, and they're kept in tiny little carriers and trotted out for the public to pet and bottle feed nasty puppy milk, because you can't buy tiger milk at the grocery store or anywhere else. And then they end up relegated into cramped little cages, or a lot of times they're just euthanized when they can no longer be petted, which is about 12 weeks. We've been told that places that are prolific in breeding tigers actually have on-site crematoriums where they just kill the cubs and cremate them so that there's no evidence. So if you're petting cats, that's what you're supporting. All right, she's walking away, and I'm going to leave with that. Please help us end the abuse at bigcatact.com. I thought she was going to claw that tree, but I guess she's just going to pee on it. And then rub on it. Gotta love cats.